Hello everybody, my name is Archer and welcome to Donk-Zone. On today's episode we're checking out a game called Paradise Nowhere. This is a admittedly potentially boring thing. It's a backrooms exploration game, which we've had a lot of those lately, but I'm one of those people that thinks the backrooms minus horror, this isn't a horror game, let me stress that. It's like just an exploration, like walking sim type thing. It's gonna have a story mode and puzzles, but apparently they're not in the demo, so whatever, I'm here for the environments anyway. But I'm one of those people who thinks that the backrooms still has a lot of unexplored concepts from gaming perspectives. Like, you could totally do like a backrooms RPG type of Cataclysm thing, or you could do tons of different exploration things, but they all need to actually figure out their own identity past it's the backroom spooky. And that's kind of why I wanted to play this. I wanted to see if this actually goes further than backroom spooky. But admittedly, it's just levels at the moment, so I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, I don't think... Is story mode available? Yeah, no, story mode is not available in the demo, so... Oh, nothing else? It's just the standard-ass backrooms? Man. That's already a knock against it, but... Because I think the backrooms as a concept isn't necessarily bad. Yeah? Can I move? Oh. Oh. Going for that VHS thing, huh? All of them do this. It's so spooky, we're actually here. In the backrooms. I know the base game wants to include puzzles, and I was kind of hoping there'd be a little bit of that here and there. We can't jump. We can only sprint and look around. Oh, no, we can crouch. I don't know how we crouched. Is it shift to crouch? Control to crouch very slowly. Not control to get back up. Oh, no, maybe it is. Maybe there's just like an internal delay. Weird. There's no monsters or anything, so I'm not gonna, like... beat around the bush. But yeah, I'm one of those people that thinks the backrooms as a concept is... I like weird, interesting spaces to explore. I like exploration games, walking sims in certain cases. I like to explore and poke around levels and just kind of be in a level, right? So naturally, I was like, oh, this might be interesting. Just one that's focused on exploration with puzzles and like light adventure elements that has a story. That's pretty cool, but... I guess this is just a level showcase of what they have, and unfortunately what they have just seems... well, kind of generic. Like, I think I'm waiting for the backrooms game that breaks away. Like, it uses the backrooms as a framework, and then breaks away from this. Because this is so overdone at this point, that it just kind of... it's nothing, you know? I mean, granted, there's no monsters in here. Weird. Oh. Oh, that's, See, there we go. That's something. Okay, color me intrigued. So is that another point right there where we can walk through? No, just that. Almost looks like the wall's crawling sometimes with the filter. God, the actual camera smoothing and the effects do lend it some sense of realism, but I think that the VHS filter could not... I could live without the VHS, like, oh, spooky. I guess it's there to fill in for ambience, you know? But... it's not like I can jump around or do anything, but... neat. I think your character starts, like, breathing heavy once they start moving around, too, so that's cool. I will say it does have the actual, like, lifelike quality is on point, but I feel like a lot of these are going for that type of thing, you know what I mean? It's not really super interesting anymore when everybody's trying to do it. Creepy. Also, the lighting over there being a little fucky. So... personally, what I would like to see from a backrooms game, I mentioned it before at the beginning, but I think something like a there's like multiple backrooms wikis you can look at with different ideas and Creative Commons things and all that. But I think one that I've seen that's interesting is that the backrooms has levels and that you can find various objects within them. Not necessarily like here's this or that, but there are different qualities to each different open air space, and people try to try to make their own living out of it and jank around the system. You know what I mean? I find that interesting. I'd like to see somebody try and make a RPG exploration game, maybe even co-op with that type of framework, because it's a very strong framework. Oh, nice. Here's a comfy little sitting room. I mean, aside from the void over there, but can we sit? I can pretend. Not bad. I think it would be creepy being in this space all alone, though, with all this actually genuinely human manufactured stuff. Oh, there's a bed. Like, just right here. Huh. But in terms of, like, spooky backrooms horror, I kind of don't get that from this. I just get kind of... You know. I know some people are terrified by liminal spaces, but, like, it's not that bad. It's just kind of very detailed PBR texture. It just reminds me of, like, a mall. I kind of like to see backroom spaces more decorated, too. Because, again, I know... Don't get me wrong, I know the entire appeal of the backrooms is that it's a weird, empty space that's, like, misaligned like this. Like the couch that's just sitting there in a room that doesn't actually make sense with a light. See, that's neat. Shit like that. Less is more, so use it to your advantage type of thing. This demo doesn't have an end per se, so... I guess we're just going to explore around. See what happens. There's no puzzles or anything in this version, or story for that matter, so... It's mostly just an example of, let's take a look at their architecture. Thought I heard something over there. It's probably just the VHS filter noise, the static on it, but... I guess if I had to be more objective with how I'm feeling about it so far, the movement controller feels alright, if not a little stiff, for obvious reasons. Less control make you feel like you're actually there. It's got an issue where when you go downstairs, you stop sprinting, but... Other than that, it's not too bad. That's cool. I kind of wish I could jump at the moment. Again, I know there's no spookies here, so it's not like there's anything to fear, but... I'm a little disappointed I'm not, like, able to climb around and just look around. Look at this weird little spot, by the way. This looks like a Doom map, doesn't it? As somebody who plays Doom pretty frequently, like, doesn't this just look like an overhang where you'd have, like, some shotgunners or some chain gunners and you pop out that door with a key? It's just how boxy it is, I guess. So yeah, first impressions, the movement controller is okay, if not a little stiff, and sometimes a little unresponsive when, like, crouching and jumping, or, well, crouching and sprinting, I should say. I want to jump, I cannot jump. Let's go this way. I kind of wish we... Oh! We do! I was gonna say I wish we had a flashlight, but I pressed F, and yeah, we just have a flashlight. Cool. Okay, can you not... Resident Evil my way down these stairs? I kind of want to go fast. Also, what cameraman can do this? Credit to him. I love how there's just nothing in the outer void. Oh. Kind of. Oh, there's a noise for sure. Hear it? Like an air vent or something. Oh, it's a fan. I see. Ah. Neat little fan. Yeah, don't get me wrong, in real life, this would creep the shit out of me for obvious reasons, but, like, here, it's just... It's fine. Tile floor. I guess I mostly booted this up just to see how their level design was and if they'd actually, you know... Oh, come on, I can't get up this. I can't get up this game? Really? Whatever. I mostly wanted to peek around and see how their level design was, how the actual input was, because I think it's a bit too early for a demo like this. I think this is, like, don't get me wrong, it does showcase the actual level, but I can't really... There's nothing interesting about it inherently, aside from me making it interesting and talking over it and exploring it, you know? This would be really cool to make a Doom map out of this, but I think they needed the other levels, or at least a few of the puzzles. I think interactables wouldn't be too hard to ask for either. Like, the Backrooms is spooky, but you can add things into it without ruining a liminal feeling as long as they're out of place or they're, generally mismatched. Like, for example, what if I turn the corner right now and there was a telephone right there? I can pick up the telephone and I can interact with it, and maybe it's a rotary dial, or maybe it's a standard-ass, you know, like a telephone booth if you want to be lazy. But there's a telephone there, and I can pick it up and interact with it and maybe dial specific numbers. And if I dial one number, it'll be like the developer saying, "Hi, hello, you've reached blah, blah, blah," as like a stand-in for an ad. Try to call 911 and it just disconnects, or maybe if you try to dial something spooky, it just gives you a "you can't do that" type of menacing text. Just things like that. Like, there's drawers here, let me open them. There's beds here, let me move the covers. Let me interact with the environment more. Even if there's nothing there, let me interact with it. Maybe even occasionally place some things there. They don't have to be interesting things, they could be mundane. What if I find a photo of a dog or something? Like, just right there on the side of the thing, or maybe I can discover a paintbrush or something cool like that. There's just room to explore. Like, oh, and speaking of, there's a door. Door? Can I interact with the... Oh, I hit E. Ugh. Okay, you don't have to open the door for me manually, game. I can just open it. I don't like cutscene doors. Or maybe like a book? Maybe I can find a book around here of, like, ramblings. Or maybe it's like the... You know what? Let me find a book on the bookshelves occasionally that's a book of the guy who made the Backrooms, quote-unquote. Which he isn't actually, but just, like, the interior designer talking about his methods. Stuff like that. Just give me little bits and bobs to bite into. Especially because I know there's no monsters. There's nothing that's going to spook the shit out of me right now. Except for myself. So we're not going to encounter, like, a spooky demon who's like, "Rawr, I'm going to kill you." Because that's always the worst part of the Backrooms to me, is the spooky demons. Give us... I'm a big fan of, like, atmospheric exploration, and exploration that revolves around, like, I guess, environments and ecosystems. So, like, if you want to throw in, like, things in here, sure. But, like, make them weird. Make them cool. I guess that's my general thesis with all the Backrooms games. Play with the idea of the Backrooms more. I don't care if some purist goes, "That's not what the Backrooms is." It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That's not what it has to be. It's your Backrooms. Make it interesting. Make it deep. Make it weird. You know what I mean? And I guess this is just me saying this to any future developers who happen to see this. Make your Backrooms cool. And weird. If you do that. So far, I've been enjoying some of the exploration in this. But... Oh, here's another press E to door. Can't open that door, I guess. Oh. Bluescape. Okay. I'm surprised we don't have leaning. Also, I like how if you run around fast enough, you can actually see the level gen pop in. But we'll pretend that I'm not noticing that because it's spooky. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. The room of many hallways, but the doors look the same. See, there we go. We're starting to see more variations, because you can't just do the backrooms as it is forever. You need to do something to it. And I think this dev's trying. I don't know how much of that's going to be in the base game, because again, there's a whole story and interactables you're supposed to find later. But just loops here. Okay. That one goes into a mysterious direction. Oh, it goes back here. Almost looks like a Doom portal, doesn't it? Like a Doom seamless portal. That's probably what it is, honestly. So yeah, there's not much to actually run into here. I just figured this would be a good idea to showcase as like something that could be potentially interesting. And as a way to see this developer's, I guess, architectural pieces, for lack of better terms. See what they got going on. I do hate the restricted movement, though, and the fact that I can't jump over that or anything. Also, again, general backrooms trend. I hope people get rid of the VHS bullshit. Like, as somebody who grew up with VHS, like a lot of people, but, you know, old enough to remember VHS as a kid, like the Lion King on VHS. VHS is not scary. I always thought the fuzz was a little scary, but just general VHS is not scary. It's not even really that interesting. It's just kind of annoying that people are restricting themselves into this format with the fuzz and everything, because it's like, it's always just that. It's like a surface level change. It's never like a meaningful decision on like time period. It's just like, ooh, it has to be VHS because it's the backrooms. No, give me DVD HD quality backrooms. Fuck it. Ooh. Oh, hey, look, it's the staircase image that everybody was like, look at how spooky it is. What the hell was that? I saw that. You know what? Don't care. See you, demon. But yeah, that's another famous quote-unquote image. Oh, I think it's the TAA ghosting. You see it? Yeah, it's the TAA ghosting. Every Unreal game lately has been using TAA, temporal anti-aliasing, and I hate it. I hate it because it does this weird ghosting stuff that people pretend is okay, but it makes it very obvious that it's ghosting, and it's not nice. I guess for this it kind of works because it's like a surrealist landscape. Come on, can't interact with this. But yeah, I don't know. I guess general thoughts on backroom stuff. Please add more things, thanks. But don't break your idea of the backrooms. Just make it your own, you know? I think too many developers are pigeonholed into thinking that the backrooms needs to be exactly what everyone else thinks the backrooms is, instead of making their own cool thing. Oh, that's a foreboding door. You know, if this were Doom, I feel like the walls are going to come down and a chain gunner is going to shoot me in the ass, but it's this. It's fine. It's cool. No demons. I really wish it didn't lock me into this, like, proc-gen door thing. I get that it's removing control from you to feel a little bit more spooky and realistic, but, like, you can't just have me, like, reach out and then control the actual door moving. It doesn't make your game more interesting to have me wait 5 seconds to open every single door, you know what I mean? Yep, I feel like we've been here before, but I guess that's the point. No option to, like, I guess... Let me check controls really quick. Oh my god, can we turn off the VHS intensity? Oh, no. No, oh. Kind of? Okay, you know what? It's kinda better. Now it's actually running, a little bit better. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the VHS intensity bullshit. I guess it's just the fact that it's arbitrary to me is what doesn't really, click. There's that TAA doing its thing again. Whoop. Yeah, so thank you guys for whoever's still listening and sticking by. We'll probably wrap it up here, but I figured it would be potentially interesting to check out one of these Backrooms games and maybe see something unique, but I guess my current thoughts are, while the infinite looping worlds are kind of alright, I'm a little disappointed that there's not much to do here when there's going to be a puzzle and a story in the base game. I really wish they had included some of that here, at least. A minimal amount of that would have been nice so that I could actually make an informed decision about if I like what you're doing or not. But here, this just feels like, well, it feels like nothing. Which, I guess on a technicality, it is. It's a proc gen type, infinite world thing, but, could have been something. Hey, can we turn on the lights? That'd be nice. A little dark in here. There we go. Also, TAA is the worst. I mean, I guess it kind of works for this. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of works for something like this where you're... But, like, it keeps ruining the hallway effects where you could just see the... Hold on. There we go. You can kind of see it. That fuzz on the right side of the hallway from the light, and then the diffusion, like, updating. Yeah. It's stinky. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. My name is Arco. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. This is a little experimental thing. And I guess I'll, see you next time. Oh, if you're interested, check out the game down below. Dev, if you see this, put some things in this. You want to sell this as a product on Steam, right? Like, sell me on it. Don't just make this. Anyway, goodbye.